Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. Thursday, February 23rd. Today's episode was pretty just okay. Nothing to scream and shout about. Um, Touching moments, Willow gets to come home. Look at how I got to stop right here, everybody. Carly can barely hold that baby. And he's looking up and well, even though we know they're twin boys, I have to say she because that's Amelia. Amelia's looking up and she's like, hey, Grammy. Hey, Grammy Carly. She just, oh, that baby is so big. She's like, whoa. So anyway, Willow got to see, the sight of Wiley standing there with Amelia, and she was so happy, and she makes it to the couch and Michael sits her down and she gets to actually feed her baby. And this may be the first time that she's ever been able to feed her baby. So, I mean, I could understand why she would want to experience as much as she can, because the baby was well enough to go home. Baby may have been home the day before, but now, they make time move slow, or they have been. So Carly just brought the baby home. But anyway, that was really nice and touching. And excuse me, Michael takes Wiley up to the main house because Olivia's making pizza with Rocco. And Carly and Willow have a chance to talk, and Willow breaks down. And Carly is there to be a mother to her. Carly is there not judging her. Carly is there trying to make her feel good about her choices and make her feel more proud and accepting of the choices she made. Because she's saying, I chose my daughter over my son, and that's not, well, you know what, Willow, Carly's like, no, you gave your son a sister, And so anyway, Carly just said all the right things she needed to say, things she would say to Jocelyn. Carly was saying to Willow. She does love Willow like a daughter. Okay. Now, meanwhile, Sonny is up at the main house trying to enlist Brooklyn's help to convince Willow to see Nina, to let Nina, because they don't know Willow's at home. Sonny doesn't. Nina just wants a relationship with her daughter. They may only have weeks. And she's being kept from her daughter. So it's like, you know what, doggone it. It's still Willow's choice. And she's not going to let Nina smother and take up the last 2 weeks of her life, period. Because it's precious moments like feeding her baby without stress. And so they sent Drew to sign the final paperwork, which in reality, everybody, we all know, ain't no hospital letting nobody like Drew come and sign final, discharge paperwork and everything for Willow. Michael can't even do it because he's not even married to her, okay? Willow, while she's laying there, would have to have done that, right? So anyway, Drew says, I'm here to sign paperwork for Willow Tate, now that she's gone. And that's all Nina heard. What? What? And he goes, wait, huh? And so they goes, no, she's she's gone out of the hospital. She went home. And Nina immediately, this is the best place for her. She can get medical care here. Who let her make this decision? This is not, it was all immediate, all immediately became about Nina's decisions. And then she had the nerve, the absolute gall, all you Nina fans, to say Michael let her make this decision. No, but Carly. I know Carly was urging this too. How the heck would you know that? because that's not at all what happened. Carly wasn't even there when Willow made the decision, made Michael promise to take her home. Carly is just helping facilitate whatever decision you make. Okay, I'll help with the kids. I'm going to do whatever you want. Nina's making it all about Nina. Carly wanted this. Carly wanted to make sure now all access to my daughter is taken away from me. And Drew is just looking at her like, what planet are you on? Right? Drew's like, this was Willow's decision. There's nothing else the doctors can do for her until a bone marrow transplant is found, a candidate is found for her. Unfortunately, Nina, Willow made this choice that she wants to go home and be with her children while she can. And then she goes, yeah, but see, all this time, Carly lied, and she lied to you, Drew, and she just like all raised voice in the hospital. And why aren't you mad at her, Drew? And this, and he goes, no, don't get that wrong. I was mad at her. Carly was wrong. Oh, absolutely, I feel that way. She should have told Willow. And he looked at Nina and said, Carly was under no obligations to tell you anything. And Nina looked at him. He said, but she should have told Willow and let Willow make the choice if she wanted to even tell you, Nina. Had I known, I would have gone and I would have gotten tested for Willow would have came to me and asked me to go get tested. Would she have really? No, Nina probably would have volunteered like she did. She would have found out that she's not a match, and they would still be at square A, B, C, D, Z, because Nina makes everything all about her. And that's not what Willow needs right now. And Ryan, I'm not Ryan, Ryan from All My Children, good God, because he acts just like Ryan. I mean, he's playing Drew like he played Ryan. Seriously, exact same. That's why I kind of flash back, right? Sometimes I want to call Carly Greenlee, but anyway, he goes, wait a minute. For one thing, Nina, Carly is not the cause of why Willow wants nothing to do with you. For years, you tormented her for years. Yeah, but once I found out she was my daughter, I changed. So what? For 5 years, so what? Every chance I saw her, I tried to stomp her like a bug. So what? Once somebody told me that she was actually a human being, I treated her different. Oh, oops, no, she didn't treat her different because Willow was actually a human being, right? But once somebody said she was my daughter, I treated her different. I mean, I changed. And he goes, Nina, you may have changed. And he should have looked at her and said, but guess what? You haven't. And what Drew would have said, guess what? You haven't, because he loves to whisper. You haven't, right? Willow has not changed. And that was such a good point to me. Willow has always been Willow. Willow's always been sweet, kind-hearted Willow. Nina looked at her though, like she was a like she could victimize Willow. Nina looked at Willow like she could bully her, and that's exactly what she did every time she saw her, pretty much. Right? So bite that, eat on that, Nina. And so she looked at Drew. Oh, I see. I see. Crazy. She flipped that the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde crazy switch in her head. You and Carly are just alike. And karma is getting ready to come for both of you. You're gonna deserve it. And I'm like, see? Where's Sonny? Sonny's over there fighting about Nina, poor Nina. This is all being done to poor Nina. You needed to have been behind poor Nina when she was doing what she was doing right there at the hospital, Sonny. That's poor Nina right there. That's poor Nina. Okay. Yeah, poor Nina. So anyway, that woman. Now, Jocelyn, oh, that's not a couch. What? And they even made reference to it. She slept overnight with him, see? And they're kissing and everything. And she goes, this is the first time that I've actually been able, that we're actually in your bed. And they kind of chuckled. And he was saying, well, this is the first time you've ever spent the night. And I don't know, it's the couch kind of made it like, it wasn't planned. It was spontaneous. And, we're doing this, but, this was kind of planned. And so, yeah. So she's like, oh, I have never felt this way before. No, he is her first love, I would say. And actually, you know what? Let's be real, everybody. Is she really in love with Dex? Or is she in love with and infatuated with an older man? Because a lot of their interactions with what's pushed them together was very intensified, right? Is she really in love with Dex? Now, she was not in love with Cameron. She loved Cameron as a friend. They grew up together. She wasn't in love with him. But she's infatuated with the way this man is making her feel, especially in the sack. She's like, oh, I never felt this way before, and I don't ever want it to end. And I'm thinking, girl, you're using protection? Because you're going to be pregnant. You and Esme can rock your babies and they can have some play dates if you're not careful, okay? So anyway, then Dex gets up and Dex is on the phone. See, Dex can be stupid and make really stupid mistakes when he wants to. He is coordinated the shipment between pikemen on the phone. Jocelyn sneaks up behind him and she's just listening and and I'm like, okay. Little girl, wow. Soon as he hangs up the phone, because he goes, everything has to go without a hitch because we all could do federal time, right? Soon as he hangs up the phone. So who's pikeman? Oh. And Dex like, no, Dex should have taken the upper hand. Period. Mob boss employee 101, mob boss 101. You never explain the ins and outs of the operation to the women. They need plausible deniability. Yeah, idiot. Right? He should have turned around and he should have looked at her and he should have said, Jocelyn, that's work business. And I'm not going to discuss that with you, Jocelyn. Oh, but that stupid son of a gun starts telling her, blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. And because she goes, you said you could do federal time. You said that you only had 6 more months to work for Sonny. And I'm thinking, and it's only been one stupid chick. And she goes, what difference does that make if you end up in jail? What does Sonny have? And so, oh my goodness. He says, I worked for a private agency after the military. They're the ones that hooked me up with the current boss that I'm working for. We're working to put Sonny away. Are you a cop? No, I'm not a cop. Are you FBI? No, I'm not a Fed. But we're working to put Sonny away. And after this job is done, he will be put away for the rest of his life. That is what you want, Jocelyn, right? She's looking like, do I want Sonny put away for the rest of, I just shake my head. I heard that and I thought, this is ridiculous. And you want to know what's going to happen? Jocelyn, see, because Dex didn't set any kind of ground rules. You're going to be my girlfriend? Then you got to stay out of this business. No information goes by you, none, because it can get you killed, Jocelyn. Okay? Can get you killed. See, Jocelyn is going to be eavesdropping. Jocelyn is going to be showing up at the transfer off site. Said, I got to protect Dex. I'm just looking out for you. How you going to look out for him? And you don't even, oh my goodness. I already know what's going to happen. Jocelyn is going to get in the way, and Jocelyn is either going to get shot or Jocelyn is going to get kidnapped. And it's all going to be Jocelyn's fault. And actually, I'm sorry, Dex's fault, because he should have told her, you know what? That's the last time you can spend the night here. Just so you know. Because I can't share this with you, and you can't hear stuff like this. And I have to be able to make arrangements in my own place for my job. So you can't spend the night here anymore. And you want to know what she would have did? But oh no, I'll stay out of it. Cause see, I never felt this way before, and I don't want this to end. Okay, no, I'll stay out. I won't ask any questions. Yeah, but he's letting Jocelyn, who ran ring shots around Cameron, telling him what to do. He's letting Jocelyn tell him what to do, and he's way older than her. What's that saying about him? This girl's only 20 years old and don't know nothing. Nothing. She ain't even going to school like she's supposed to, right? And you're going to let her tell you what to do when you know she is hardly your first piece, right? I don't respect Dex as a man with a backbone, because at least Carly was Jason's best friend, and Jason would tell her, Carly, let me tell you some, Carly. I know. You know? Oh no. Sonny's making arrangements. Carly come in the room. He's looking at her. She's like, whoa. Okay. But Jocelyn can interrogate. No. Let's let that come to an end. Let's put an end to that pretty quick, darn quick in a hurry. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to some other stuff. Let's see. We've got Sasha at the police station saying she's Heather Weber's attorney. And I thought, when did Sasha go to law school? And why was she representing Heather? Oh, and see, what's his name? Of course, they had Cody there paying a parking ticket. He's privy to Sasha. And he's like, since when did you become a lawyer? She goes, no, I'm going in to see her because she ain't getting away with killing my Brando. And he's like, uh-oh. So Cody beelines to Dante's. He and Sam got back in the country, and they had just gotten out the shower. And he tells Dante about Sasha's plan, pretending to be a lawyer. And he goes, I think she's going to get herself into more trouble. And I know she doesn't need more trouble. Can you run interference without exposing her lie? And Dante's like, yeah, I could do that. So he goes, and Sasha's talking to Heather. This is, she told the detective, I want to see my client alone. And so she sits across from Heather, and Heather's like, I don't remember hiring an attorney, but then there's a lot I don't remember. are you one of those court-appointed attorneys? And Sasha's just looking at her. And she goes, because I don't remember a lot of things. I can lose days at a time. And then all of a sudden I'll look up and I'm in a jail cell and I'm like, how did I get here? I know that Ryan Chamberlain, I was afraid of him. He had me under some kind of spell. He made me do things, and I would just lose track of time anytime I was around him. And I don't know. I don't know it. And so she's just looking at him. Heather. Sasha's just looking at her like, if you think I'm gonna let this fly, right? And so she's just looking at her. And Dante comes in and he goes, how are things going in here, attorney? And she just looks at him and she goes, things went very well. I found out Heather's definite strategy on being insane, mentally impaired. And so Heather's looking at her and she goes, and it ain't gonna fly. See, she's not getting out. She's not circumventing the system this time. My dog hasn't done this in a long time, y'all, right? See, you haven't heard that in a long time. She's gotten better, but it's really kind of cold, and I think it's kind of got her all cloggy. But anyway, so Heather's now looking at her like, oh, she ain't an attorney, and I tipped my hand as to what I was going to say. So Sasha said, you know what? I remember what my husband Brando, what he did right before you killed him, right before. We were eating pie. We were happy. And before he went to make sure Jocelyn Jax was safe in that alley, he gave me a kiss and it tastes like cherries. It's the last memory I had of him. And so Heather's like, I don't even know a Brando Corbin. And Sasha got up out of there, out of her chair, and she said, but we knew Brando. And you killed him and you took him away from me. She goes, you might play, what did she tell her? Crazy. You might play crazy, but I play the grieving widow better. And I'm going to convince that jury on what a monster you are. I'm going to get on every outlet, every podcast, every social media that will let me. And I'm going to get you tried in the court of public opinion. And you, Heather Weber, are going to go to Pentonville, maximum security, and you're going to be kept in solitary for the rest of your life. And Heather's like, what's up with her, Because remember, Sasha's still a little off too, right? She's done a lot better, but Sasha could snap and freak out, So Sasha stands up and Dante says, okay. He goes, the interview's over. And she goes, he says, he opens the door. He goes, you need to go out that door. He's letting her go out the back door, right? And when Sasha, I noticed it when she first came in the room. I said, wait, is that a baby bump? She is pregnant in real life, the actress. You could really see it today. And then even when she leaned up from Heather, you saw it. And she got her big bag. Anytime they start carrying shopping cart size purses, they're hiding the pregnancy. So she's pregnant in real life. Fortunately, we don't see Sasha enough. So she'll be able to go through her pregnancy just fine. And she'll come back to work after having that baby fit as a fiddle, physically fit as a fiddle, and we'll never know because she just doesn't have a main storyline, you know. And I hope they give her one, and I hope it's not with Cody. She deserves better than Cody, but we shall see what they do with that. Because Sam was questioning Cody, you know, saying that, you know, you seem to be pretty. Why are you so concerned about Sasha? And you want to know what Cody should have said? Because she goes, you know, I may have misjudged you. You know, he goes, no, you really didn't. You know, he said you didn't. But what Cody should have said is her mother. But see, he can't say too much without giving himself away. He can't let anybody know he works for Miss Wu. The card games are illegal. And he is a shark fleecing folks for Miss Wu. So he can't say, her mother, I've taken hundreds of thousands of dollars from her mother. Her mother has drained her bank account. But Cody feels bad about that because Sasha doesn't have a clue. He goes, she's just been dealt a hard hand and I just feel for her. And I'm thinking, yeah, you really feeling for her. Because you know, doing your boss's bidding, you drained her bank account. But see, really, I'm going to be honest with you. What Cody didn't drain her bank account. Gladys drained Sasha's bank account. See, had Gladys never participated in the illegal games, she never would have gambled away Sasha's money. Cody did not gamble it away. Cody does his job and he does it well. He lets people win when Miss Wu wants them to win, and he makes them lose when she wants them to lose. So, you know, I ain't mad at Cody, but I'm definitely mad at Gladys, right? So let's go to Comment Corner. Let's see what is going on here, everybody. LaShanta said Willow is going to get some good news on March 1st. She is not dying. How do you know, LaShanta? Because they're not taped. You're not seeing that online March 1st already, so you didn't watch ahead. Did you read it on Soap Opera Digest or soaps.com? Nah, it could be. If you read it there, then all right. But why are you trying to burst the storyline bubble to us? Now, this part you can't know. See, her and Michael's daughter, Amelia Grace, she will see her and Michael's daughter, Amelia Grace, grown up. Oh, you know how soap operas have this vision of the future? Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes that has been true and sometimes that has not been true. Because you know what? They're subject next year to write her getting hit by a car next year. Soap opera, right? Let's see. Who is this? Meek. Wait, well, I'll just say Meek because that's all put together there. And yeah, anyway, says only one Ava confessed to only one Ava confessed to regarding Nicholas is now deceased. I don't know that your comment got all jarbled up there. Susan says Esme is a better person now that her memory and now that she lost her memory and she has a chance to be a good person, even knowing that her father used her to break up Ava and Nicholas so he could have her. So he could have her. In the preview for Friday, Heather was in Esme's hospital room. Really? Huh. How did she get there from the police station? I didn't see that in a preview. Huh. Sasha calmly told Heather that she plans to educate the population about the judicial system and the weaknesses. That's true, because little loopholes Heather's always dodged in and out of all her life. And I'm so proud of her for handling herself. Glad that she got the chance to tell Heather what for. She needed that. She sure did. And now Obrecht needs it too. Oh, woo! Let Obrecht in the room with Heather. Oh, that's going to be good. Somebody needs to tell Lisa right away because she's going to kill. She's going to inject her with some poison. Lisa will kill her. Then after she left, Heather told Dante, I want to confess. She has a confession to make, right? And the confession's probably going to be, I hooked so many, but I didn't hook so many, right? I don't think she hooked all of them. I just don't. I also love how Drew told Nina that she's the reason Willow doesn't want to have anything to do with her, but he didn't get a chance to get to the part where she bullied and caused Willow to lose her teeth. Yeah, look, Nina's delusional self, but so what? I did all of that to her. So what? I changed at the drop of a hat. I changed in 2 minutes since I heard she was my daughter. Look, I may be horrible and just a bully to everybody, but if I find out they kin to me, I'll be nice. It ain't my fault. Let's see. I also love how Drew told Nina that oh no, I already read that part. Carly was not responsible for that. She goes, that was all you, Nina. He did say he didn't agree with Carly not telling Willow that Nina was her mother. Of course, Nina is up for revenge on Drew. And of course, Drew's stupid self is going to be talking in public around Nina. You know that insider trading, Carly. We got to be real careful about what we say around Nina. Because if she hears about the insider, the stock thing with Aurora and ELQ, and you bought all she could tell. And Nina will be right there. Because that's stupid, Drew. Drew would do that. 100%. Or, you know what? Drew don't have to. Well, Michael was there. What's that chick's name? Brooklyn left when Michael came. Because remember, Michael brought little Wiley up to the main house to make pizza. He and Sonny were talking, and he goes up. Nina went to the hospital to go see Willow. And Michael said, Willow's not at the hospital. She's here. And he goes, wait, what? Isn't she supposed to be at the hospital getting care? And Michael says, there's nothing the doctors can do for her without a donor, a bone marrow donor. And she wanted to come home to be near her kids. And so Sonny says, so Michael, it's vital that you let Nina spend the last few weeks with Willow. No, I'd say visit her maybe a couple times, but not smother her for that. No, because it would all be about Nina, and Willow needs to spend her last time with her baby and her son, okay? I'm not saying shut Nina out. I'm not saying Nina should be shut out, but just the things that Nina was saying about whose bad decision was that, and why didn't you talk her out of it, leaving the hospital? Nina would go to Willow's house and say those very things to Willow. Those very things. Nina, you know how Willow was doubting herself and telling Carly, me getting chemo right away to live would have meant I would have to have aborted the baby and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to do that. And Carly says, no, you put your child's life ahead of you, right? Remember, Nina said that last year. Willow and Michael chose her having their child, putting their child over my daughter Nell's son. How selfish of them. See, that's Nina. Nina fans. And Nina, given the chance, she's still going to say that to Willow. She's still going to say that. Your choices are wrong. So Nina's going to show up at the house, tomorrow, because she does that. Nina walks over there, because they don't have security, knocks on the door, says, I'm not going to stay long, and walks right in. She's going to do it. Nothing's going to stop her, right? But one thing Sonny said, he told Michael, I have tried with you. Oh, and then he flipped out on Michael. I have tried with you, and I am done. Because Michael said, I can't make Willow see Nina. It is Willow's choice if she wants to see Nina or not. It is not my choice. That's what Michael told Sonny, right? And so Sonny told her, Sonny's like, you are going to regret it, right? And he walked out. And I thought, oh, and Michael looked like, yeah, well, no, you're going to regret it with Pikeman, okay? But you want to know what? Sonny's going to tell Nina about Drew and Carly. I mean, Carly and Drew. Watch. And if he does, everybody, I will have no sympathy for Sonny Carithos. I used to really like him. He was my favorite character, male character on General Hospital. But this Sonny here, he ain't, not at all, not at all. So there we have it. We shall see what he's gonna do. Yes, and Susan did another great write-up, and he talks about, you know, how Sonny was pressuring Michael, you know, and Nina was gonna get revenge on Drew. So, you know, anyway, let's go to the next comment. Michael says Ryan Chamberlain is dead with a question mark, the end of an era. I'm talking decades, right? This episode was so good. See, Willow could be Esme. Wait, Willow, you could be Esme. Oh, you could be Esme and have Heather for a mother. I know, guess what? Nina is better than Heather. Hands down. Okay. Even Harmony was better than Heather. Poor Esme. I hope Jeff Weber is actually her father. I'm so frustrated with Elizabeth. Don't throw your life away. Why couldn't Ava see Austin? I know, what was up with that. Did they give Austin some painkillers? What a weird science. Great recap as usual. I know, that was eerie. The way Austin was just sitting up looking at Ava, not even mouthing, hey, Ava. He's so concerned about her. Was Cousin Mason in the room on the side there? Just told Austin, I saw the dead body in the stables, right? You know, I don't know. Something was up with that. I don't know. Lacenta says, I hope they do a DNA test. I'm over Liz. Heather will tell Joss about Dex. How does Heather know anything about Dex? Laura and Kevin get the baby. I saw Spencer look at that baby. Ryan got 9 lives. Heather Weber heard Sasha and looked shame she killed Brando. Well, you mean she looked shameful that she killed? There was a strange look. For some reason, Sasha did get to Heather. She really did, and that Heather was given a strange look there. What's happening? Cindy says, I believe that even medical students, interns, declare a specialty. They must do rotations of various specialties. Could be, I don't know. And in an emergency such as Esme's, any doctor might be better than none. That's true. Plus, Laura was there and she'd given birth herself. She and Kevin were good with Esme, who I believe really does have amnesia. Yeah, I believe Esme does have amnesia too, Cindis. She really does right now, but she'll come out of it. She's her father's daughter. She just won't tell anybody. Susan also says she is a better person without her memories, and a chance to be a good person, even knowing that her father used her to break up Ava and Nicholas so he could have her. Well, yeah, but you know what? Esme doesn't know Ava right now. She doesn't know who Ava is. Has she ever even seen Ava? She saw Nicholas and Spencer, but I don't think she saw. I don't think she's seen Ava. Let's see. And then Susan says she's a better person. Okay. In the preview on Friday, Heather was in Esme's hospital room. You know what? I'm going to have to see if I can see Friday's preview. How did she get there from GH? I don't know. I'm going to have to see. Kevin and Laura are both strong, independent people, yet committed to each other. Laura was gone a long time to assist Spencer. I know, with two broken legs, right, in France when he was younger. She was gone again for months to assist her mother. Well, Laura, Jeannie Francis has it in her contract. She has all summer off. She don't work on no summers. Um, she leaves each summer, yep, for a few months for some excuse. They write an excuse, right? And then returns to a strong marriage. It got to the point that Anthony Geary, the actor playing Luke, did the same. He was gone in the summer as well. Deborah said, told you someone was shot at Windermere. Now we know Ryan is killed. Too bad Ava didn't kill him. But glad Matt killed him. He was cleared from Jordan. He was cleared from Jordan. So now it's all Heather. And what is that crazy thing she's going to confess? I don't know. She will blame Ryan for as much as possible. Wonder if she will tell Dante that she didn't do the first hookings. I know something's going to happen. And she didn't hook Brando, because Brando was hooked by a left-handed killer. That's gonna, she goes, I don't even know Brando. Yeah, okay, that might be it, because she did not do them all. And Brando may be the one she did. She did, like we were saying, from Oz on. But before that, it was somebody else. And it's probably Ryan, right? I think maybe it was Mason, not Heather. Well, it could be, but I don't know. But Heather, but use this hook killer story to get back at the people that hurt Esme. I think Heather might tell Ryan was not Esme's father. If Heather goes to prison, she might meet Olivia Jerome and they might get along like she did with Ryan. Well, we'll see. I'm wondering what LT says. I'm wondering what Spencer is feeling. I know he's concerned about the baby, but it looks like he's concerned about Esme too. I know that was kind of a strange look on Spencer's face. Cindy says, I think he accepts her amnesia is real and she's given birth to his brother. So he thinks so I think that's what's is getting to him. I don't know that he will fall in love with her again. I don't see that at all. I believe his feelings for Trina are stronger than they ever were for Esme. Nah, I don't see him and Esme together. Cindy says, for a moment there, when Kevin unzipped the body bag, I thought maybe it would be Nicholas instead. Whoa! Like Ryan was alive and escaped the body bag and substituted Nick's body. He did all that in front of the cops that put him in the body bag, right? In front of the CSI that's taking all the pictures. No, Cindis. That's not what happened. It would have been highly impossible, but that's exactly the kind of thing Ryan would have done if he could have. That is so true. Linda says, I don't like this Spencer needs an older, oh, you don't like this Trina, you mean? Spencer needs an older young lady. And then Cherie says, what? I'm with you, Cherie. What? Spencer don't need no older young lady. He's still acting like a 12-year-old sometimes. Gwen Marie says, my nephew says they are trained in case a woman goes into labor and he is a firefighter. Oh, you're saying all doctors are trained? Ron says, I wonder if Spencer will believe Ava about what Ryan said, but knowing Spencer, he'll think it was a lie that Ryan made up. Casey says, OMG, yes, I am so glad they can't switch babies. I know, me too. And Cassia says, I love amnesiac Esme. And Linda says, I do too. Jody says, I love her too. Really pray the writers keep her that way. I feel Elizabeth's mother and dad will come back. Honestly, I don't think Ryan is her father. One can hope. I don't think they're going to make Ryan be, in the end, no. Especially if they really kill off Ryan. She's not going to be the seed of Chucky. She really isn't. Anna Rihanna says, Mac popped a cap in Ryan and saved Ava. Ava and Austin need to get their story straight because soon cause Nicholas, yeah, because Nicholas will be smelling by now. You would think so. Trina will confide in Ava about Portia and Spencer. Ava will help Trina find her way back. If Esme regains her memory, her original feelings are back. I wonder how she feel about her father's death. Avery Christian Poe Esme has brought it from the beginning. She was supposed to be a 3 days and has a contract for 3 years. I know, huh? She deserves an Emmy. Well done. Great recap. See you tomorrow. Nancy says, I think she told Ryan about her killing Nicholas before Mac got there. At least I hope so. Frankly, I feel Nicholas isn't really dead. I don't think so either. And when they go to move the body, it's going to be gone. However, if he's really dead, the police didn't search the ground. They won't be searching the grounds anytime soon. I believe they could leave him there for a while. You cannot leave a dead body above ground for a while. That stench will leave past those stables. And look, flies and maggots and everything else. The horses will get sick. Come on now. You cannot leave that like that for no kind of while. Then later, or maybe someone could find him and Ava could say he was a victim from what Ryan did that night. That could be true if they could figure that out. I really don't think Kevin would leave Laura anytime in a time like this with Esme having his nephew. I'm sure he and Laura are going to take her and the baby to live with them. He is so thoughtful. Well, his character is. I don't think he would leave Laura like that. Just my opinion. Maybe he's just tired of playing both parts. So yeah, maybe they felt we'll kill a major on again, off again serial killer. He is a major part of General Hospital's history, Ryan Chamberlain. So they just killed somebody major, right? Nancy says, I am sure, but they should have had Heather hook him, right? They should have. I am so sure he took all but one bullet out of the gun before he handed it off to Heather. I didn't see Ryan take any bullets out of that gun. If he did, I can't say that I blame him. I didn't see him take any bullets out. He just didn't know how many bullets Mac had in the gun. And Annette says, Ava's going to blame Ryan for killing Nicholas or blame Heather. Esme, it could be worse. Sheila Carter, that's true, could be your mother. And Victor Newman, your father, LOL. Jody says, I was thinking the same thing, but the body was dead too long. What body? Nicholas's? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Nicholas, we don't know that he was really dead. What's his name? Austin didn't examine him. Annette says, if Ryan lives, I'm done with the stupid story altogether. I hope they better not do that. Monique says, it would have been more epic if Felicia shot Ryan. I hope they don't pull a Michael Myers with Ryan in that body bag. No, they showed him. He was laying there dead. But we'll see. General Hospital does some crazy things. Anita says, I hope Ava tells Spencer what Ryan told her about his plans with his daughter Esme and why. That would be interested to watch. Yeah. Would he believe it? Cindy says, I hope so too. He deserves to know that he was a target all along. He thought he was so smart, right? Spencer. He would feel betrayed. He would feel the betrayal of Esme and would be trying to reconcile that with the new Esme who has no memory of doing it. I know. And wasn't it interesting how Esme said, Spencer, can you tell your father, Nicholas, that his son is here? And Spencer like, look, I don't know where he's at. And Richard says, daily recap lady, you were hilarious on your commentary. Another great review. Yeah, I was pretty funny yesterday. today didn't give me, there wasn't too much that I could make fun of today. Yeah. We'll see what tomorrow brings, okay? Because if I could be funny, I'll be funny. So anyway, everybody, have a phenomenal rest of your day. And I will be back for another daily recap of General Hospital.